Hello everyone, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes,
yes, you
Joel.
are.
Okay, Deepak. So, good evening, everybody. So, today we'll be having the continuation for the dream analysis session. For tomorrow, just a general SO announcement. Tomorrow, Sunday, we'll be having a state leader choosing ceremony. So, it starts from 4 p.m. and we'll be announcing the state leaders for the International Psychology Conference. So for each state, we have been allocated a lot of various, 3 to 2 state leaders for each state. So if you guys have any doubts regarding that, so you can just type in the chat box if you guys have any doubts regarding the state leader program that we're going to have tomorrow. For the criteria that we're choosing state leaders are like the way they have been handling the task. For example, we have been allocated them certain states and we have been given a task of collecting the database, connecting with various colleges, contacting the HODs and all. So regarding that, we'll be our national leaders have been focusing on choosing the best state leaders for each state. So that's how we have been choosing them. So if you haven't been added in those states also, no worries. You can send us your CV and we'll be adding you to a state where it's comfortable for you to be a state leader over there. So before a few days back, we had been giving a Google form regarding uploading their CVs and details about them. So right now it's been closed. So you guys can send the CV personally to me, and I'll be adding it to the drive. I guess we'll be starting our session. So Deepak, you can introduce our speaker and carry on with the session.
So good evening, everyone. So today's session will be the continuation for our yesterday's session. It's about dream analysis. I hope everyone remembers what we talked about yesterday. We talked about various case studies. We talked about how it was culturally interpreted across various cultures. And today's it is a continuation, and it will be more based on interpretation and things like that. I think like yesterday, a lot of people had the doubts about death in the dreams. Ma'am will clear all the doubts. So let's be more interactive. And ma'am, you can start from here, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Deepak, for summing it up. That was lovely. Yes,
Thank you,
so good
ma'am.
evening, everyone. Good evening. Very good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Very good. Yes, guys, if you feel comfortable, you can put up your camera so that it'll feel like I'm talking to you. Yeah, if you have like perfect internet and bandwidth and everything. And first of all, thanks to the team for organizing it through Zoom today, because I feel as a speaker, somehow Zoom is more comfortable for us to, access. So yes, let's begin from where we left. I've asked everybody to remember your dreams. Write a little bit about your dreams that you get, right? How many of you had dreamed, like you had a dream last night? Yes, Namira, very good. Very good. Can you come up online and share about your dream? Very nice, Asya. Yes, Asya. You would like to? Yes. Whoever is ready can come up with your dream.
You can unmute and speak about your
Yeah.
dream.
Asya and Zara shows interest. I see that. Can you please unmute and talk?
So in my dream, my cousin wants to talk something to me, but I don't know what he was trying to talk.
Okay.
He was trying to talk to me, and I woke up.
Okay. Good. 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 Very good. Thank you. Thank you so much, Asya.
And
Anybody
in my
else?
another
Yeah.
dream, I got two dreams last night.
Good.
In
Good.
my another dream, this is my best friend. We are friends from 9 years.
Okay.
We was talking and all normally. Then suddenly, I don't know what happened to her. She started doing abnormal things,
Abnormal as in?
as in like something has possessed her or something. That was very weird, actually. She was trying to control me in that dream.
John Wick.
Yes. Am I audible now? Guys, I'm using my mobile phone for the audio. Yeah. And
Ma'am, you're audible, ma'am. Clear.
thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, Asiya. So, Asiya, I want you to think about your life for a minute, like your childhood, very, very specifically. Okay. Very specifically, you can think about what all happened in your life that was very impactful. Okay. Like we can do it for everyone. Just take 2 minutes of your time and write a gist about your life. How has it been? You can be 20-year-old, you can be 40-year-old, no problem. Just write a gist about your life, the most impactful ones. Okay, mention who were there in your impactful moments. Yeah, was it your mom? Was it your dad? How were they? What kind of emotions you went through? Okay, I'll give you all exactly 2 minutes, or let's give it 5 minutes. Take time to think and please write it uncensored. Okay, this story of yours you don't have to share with us, so it's completely for you. Mom and grandmother, very nice. Let me know on the chat box if you're done with your story. Like you can put just a thumbs up or done, something like that. Wow, Shivaranjani, we will listen to you. Once after the activity, we will listen to you. Very good evening, Bhavika. Yes, so I want you to write your life as a script. Like, let's say, take 2 minutes and think about the impactful events happened in your life since your childhood up until now. Yeah, please write those and write about who are the people involved in your dream, what kind of emotions you went through, all of that. Right. Let me know once you all are done. No hurry, we have enough time. Yes, guys, were you able to write? Were you able to think about something? Please let me know on the chat box if you are able to, if you're not able to. Very good. If you have too many things and you can't put it down in the paper, just give one-liners for those and keep it ready. So once after the session, you can again practice this. Right, I understand. Dreams can let you feel confused for a while. Okay. Guys, can you quickly wind up with your story in a minute? You can anyway get back and finish it. No hurry, just write pointers if you feel like forgetting those. Yeah? Right? Okay. So what if I tell you whatever you dreamt is not the way we see it? Okay, what if I told that? So that is exactly what dreams are and how are we going to interpret these dreams. We will be doing the basics of dream interpretation today. So now I want you to have your dream that you had last night and the life script that you have written. Okay? Okay? Okay, what Humaira is referring to is known as a repetitive dream. Okay? Okay, guys, first of all, let me just give you an idea. So don't just write about your dreams on the chat box because it won't be fair or justice from my part to tell you certain things because we are not doing the entire case history work or we're not keeping anything known as dream journal and I can't comment on it or we can't interpret it together. Okay, because it's like a one-time dream. Why did I ask you to in the first place write about your dream is to get the hang of how to interpret it in with today's class. Okay, so keep your dreams with you because they are most private and personal ones. A lot of people can interpret it in a lot of different ways. Okay, so you yourself would interpret it differently in front of 60 people and when you are in your alone time. So let's refrain from posting your dreams or life story. It's just for you to write and see if there is any relation to both. Okay, the kind of dream that you had and what's currently happening in your life. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now. Just a second, guys. Could you help me with that?
Yeah, there is a share screen option, ma'am.
Yeah, but the host has disabled it, so I think you need to enable it by removing the tick mark from that.
Just Joel. Joel, please give permission to ma'am to share the screen.
Yeah. Okay, guys, you guys can chat about
Your
it.
name,
So
ma'am,
once, pardon?
which account should I give the access to present screen?
Okay, yeah, the share screen option will be there. You need to remove the tick mark from it so I can share my screen. Under privacy, security, under the option security. It'll be after the stop video icon.
Are you able to do it now?
Or yes, I can do it. Thank you
Great.
so much, Joel.
Okay, it's okay.
Great. So I'm going to show you some types of dreams that are very, very common. And I want you to, in the first place, identify which type of a dream is something that you go through. Okay, what kind of a dream are you dreaming, right? So the first type is about standard format. Okay, it's a standard format, meaning it's only about your life. Okay, what happens in your life? Some influences will be coming. Let's say you watched a movie yesterday, and that movie would have had an influence, and something related to that movie's subject you will have dream about. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of emotions in that dream. Things will be very messy. It'll be very clogged. It'll be very confusing. You don't know why you had this dream. Okay, but the emotions and the feelings will be there, something that is as a carryover from the movie or the experience that happened. You would have attended a party, you would have gone out with your friends, traveled, etc., etc. Okay, that is going to be the standard format. That will be your first level of dream. Okay, when you go to sleep, like in the first 3 hours, whichever dream you get will be most of the time go under this particular standard format. Why? Because um, they are your influences, right? Very clear, guys. So just think about Katyani Gupta. Please, can you mute? I'm so sorry, guys. It's very distracting. That's why I'm a very auditory person. So something happens to my, something comes in between. I just get distracted. Very sorry about that. And thank you so much for understanding.
Ma'am, I'll mute those people, ma'am. I will ensure that they are muted.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Joel. So yes, so the second type of dream would be recurring dreams, as some of the participants have been mentioning. So we all know that dreams are here to give us some message. It's acting as a guideline for us. Okay, it's going to give us some message. So when you have a recurring dream, it means that you still haven't gotten the message out of this dream. What is this particular dream trying to tell you? You still haven't understood that process of it. So which is why you tend to get repetitive dreams. Okay, it can be a trigger from your normal life, it can be a trigger from your relationship, it can be a trigger from the movie again, it can be anything. Okay, the kind of stress you go through in your life, the physical pain that you go through in your life can be about anything. Okay, it's going to give you a message, and if you haven't gotten that message, this particular dream will reoccur. Okay, and then the third type of dream is known as the working dream. So where in this working dream you will constantly find yourself doing something, or something that is running, something that is working. Like you can see a clock, you can see the tire, something very circular. Okay, something that has cycles. Okay, like a birth cycle, a death cycle, or things like that. You will see a child who's growing up, puppies becoming big dogs. Okay, all of that we can see when it comes to working dreams. It talks about how the time in your dream is moving. Okay, how in your time how the time, a particular time line in your dream, let's say it's future, let's say it's past, let's say it's present, how is it moving, that you will get to see. In that you will be working. Okay, you will feel like you're running towards something, towards or away. Okay, these are the kinds of dreams you will get when you have working dreams. And the next one is dream premonition. Like somebody said, I dreamt of something and it happened. Okay, so that is also going to be a dream premonition. Okay, and then the next one is spirit visitation. Nothing but you see people's faces who are dead. You can see APJ Abdul Kalam suddenly in your dream. People who are not here physically, people who are deceased, people who are going through some illness. Okay, all of that you will get to see. Okay, see, that is because what kind of emotional bond you attach with this person. Is there an inspiration that you have? Is there any learning that you took from this person? This person need not be a known familiar, or let's say somebody you know in your close life. Okay, so it'll be like that. And then the next one is chemically induced. Let's say somebody who's smoking, somebody who is having a habit of alcohols and drugs and things like that. It can be induced because of that, as well as, yes, our normal paramedical uh, medicines that we take. Because of that also we tend to get hallucinations and different kind of dreams. Okay, and the last one is lucid dreams. It's a fancy one because everybody can remember the lucid dreams. It'll feel like it's halfway. You're not up yet and you're still sleeping and you have the dreams on your eye. That'll be the feeling. You're still seeing the dream. Okay, that is the kind of feeling you will have when you have lucid dreams. Okay, now I want you to classify your dreams under which category is your dream that you had last night. Okay, so lucid dreams, if you see it, it's in the last cycle of the sleep, wherein before you wake up you will have this kind of a dream. And there's another type of dream called as serendipity dreams. This particular dream is still under research. So we don't find any article or material about it to talk about it in a scientific way. But I tell you my experience. I had serendipity dreams. What happens is you're going through some problems, some issues in your life. Your dream will give solutions. Okay, in your dream, you will see solutions as in how to solve this particular problem. Okay, that is a kind of a dream called serendipity dreams. I'll tell you what exactly happened. As I also work for this residential school, I used to talk to children every day. So there was this 12th who was not showing any improvement at all, be it emotionally, behaviorally, academically. There was no particular improvement that I could see with him. That was bothering me. So one fine day, this kid came and he gave me a puzzle. It was not like Sudoku. It was somewhere, close to Sudoku. I told him, hey, see, I'm not very great with solving these puzzles. No, I refused. He said, no, you do this first. You give me a lot of homeworks. No, you also do one for me, he said. And then I can't deny, obviously. I told him, I gave him some normal chit chat like, hey, I didn't want mathematics, which is why I took psychology and things like that. I was trying to deny, but then that didn't happen. He was very particular. No, ma'am, you have to do. And then I took it back home. I told him, okay, when I come back Friday, I'll be finishing it. I didn't do anything about it. And then a week went. This boy came up and he told me, you still haven't done it. And then he showed me how it is done. And then he gave me another complex puzzle. So it's like, I haven't solved this problem. Okay. So I had a dream. The second time when the boy gave me the puzzle, I had a dream wherein I'm exactly putting the numbers that are to be solving this particular puzzle. But when I saw exact numbers, I could see my hand writing those numbers, whatever. Okay. But when I woke up, I didn't remember what numbers was it. I just remembered that, okay, I solved this particular puzzle in my dream, but I didn't remember how I did it. Okay, they are known as serendipity dreams. This mostly happens because of lack of awareness again. So I was like having too many things and I couldn't focus much on things, which is why I was not able to get the exact numbers also, but I could feel that yes, there is something like that. Okay, so these are known as, yes, does somebody have a question? Okay, thank you. If there's no questions, okay, great. So these are known as serendipity dreams, okay, wherein you will get solutions in your dreams because it is still an ulterior process, problem solving. If you would have seen, what was happening with me is problem solving, and I was not able to solve this mathematical problem because my belief system about mathematics is I was completely denying in the first place. You can relate it to my life history also. I was like, no, if there are numbers, I'm not getting in there. So that's the kind of attitude I had, and which is why probably I had the solution, but I was not able to derive the solution out of it. Okay, this particular dream is still under research, and which is why we can't say any scientific evidences or data regarding serpentity dreams, but it is very fun to have one. So that is serpentity dreams, and I had second level of serpentity dreams too. Second time I had a serpentity dream. uh, Recently, very recently, I had this dream, so I don't mind sharing it with you. So me and my boyfriend, we were having some kind of a very rough week. So it's been rough week, and I felt like yelling at him, but then I never yelled because, we are the psychologists, so we are not supposed to yell. So I've been trying to maintain that for a long time. And in my dream, and I'm writing a text message saying big, big paragraphs, and then I'm writing, don't resist. Okay. Trust me, the next day, whatever work that I was doing in my laptop or the books that I was reading, I was constantly looking at the word resist. Okay, so it meant something to me. It was like I could get some. See, don't resist was the word that I remembered from my dream, and that is the word that carried over in my next day's life. So I still haven't worked it. What is that? Who is resisting? What is being resisted? I still don't know that part. But yes, this is how we can find meanings when we remember our dreams. Okay, so that's one way we can get to know about our dreams. So if you look at it in a very clinical way, this is from the Western perspective that I adapted. Yes. Anybody? Any doubts? Okay.
Yeah, like it sometimes happen, ma'am. Sometimes
Yeah.
people they unmute themselves. You carry on, ma'am. We
Okay.
will look into it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Deepak. Right. So to talk about it in very clinical perspective of dream analysis, this one is a Western perspective that I've put up today for our discussion, because it's very easy, the simple steps, but it takes years and years of experience for us to get along with the process. So the first thing what we are supposed to do is write a written text of the dream. Like I asked you guys to write about your dream last night. You need to ask your clients to write it, like exactly how they dreamt about it. So with it shouldn't be censored. If you saw a naked person, you need to write, yes, I saw a naked person. Okay, were you naked, were somebody else naked, somebody else who's very close to you naked, whatever it is, without any censor, you have to write your dream. Okay, so sometimes it is possible that a lot of people remember their dreams exactly. Like there are vivid dreamers, they can tell you exactly what color dress they wore and people in their dreams wore. Like they can give us point to point detail, and many people don't many people, it's very difficult for them to remember the dream. Feel like, yeah, I had a vague dream, but I don't really know. So once you start paying your constant attention in the process of this dream journal, you will tend to get the vivid details about your dreams as well. So this is the very first step we need to do, and this step has to be done at least for a month. Okay, at least for a month. No particular, okay, one dream you remember vividly, you write it, and with that we can interpret. It'll be only one part of what we want to see. Okay, our unconscious is like the universe, it is unlimited. Okay, we never know how and what things are being related to. So which is why we ask our clients to write everything perfectly. Okay, so this is the second step. In the second step, what we do is we do something like we did yesterday, associations. We did psychological associations or free association. We call it free association. I just gave you a word. Am I audible, guys? Is it fine now? Guys, am I audible? Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. You are audible now, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Right. So the second thing what we need to do is you need to associate with your dreams. Okay. Let's say you were rocking in the swing by the lawn. Okay. So what kind of that was your dream? Okay. You're just in the swing looking at some place. What is the quick association your conscious life in your conscious life you make? Okay, what kind of associations can you think about? Yeah, I love swings. Yeah, this is something I really want in my life. You can see whether it is a want or whether you elicit any feelings because of that, or it is something that has already happened to you. Okay, so and one more thing, whatever associations you make also, there's still 0.1 percentage we can't be sure of. Okay, 90 percentage, yes, however the client says we can interpret it, but even then there could be some biases because of the client. Probably, let's say if you are asking me about my dream, and I will be like, okay, I need to put my good face to the therapist, so I would not tell you how exactly I saw blood in my dream, or how, what kind of association I make currently in my life with the kind of dreams that I had. Okay, because of these what to say, because of these biases only, we can't 100 percentage freeze to dream analysis. But this is the way we do it. So the association the client makes with their dream, okay, that is the key, that is the catch when it comes to dream analysis. Okay, so how is this person? Okay, let's say my mother tells me this vivid and weird dreams. Okay, she's a very vivid dreamer. She'll tell me exactly like a story. You'll get pictorial images listening to her. So she'll say like, I went inside of the temple and I got into the river and then I came back. Things like that. I saw one person like this. He was waiting outside of the temple. They were about to leave me and go in the bus. Like this, she will say. So here, what am I supposed to do is to understand, okay, what is temple to you? When you say the word temple, what does it mean to you in your real life? She'd probably say, yeah, it's a divine place. It's the place of peace. And what does the water represent to you in your real life? So like this, each and every part of your dream, you will try to find the associations. Okay. And again, these associations may not be the 100% associations you make. So 10 days after, if I'm going to interpret the same dream with your associations, you will probably give some different associations. For dream, sorry, for temple, you can say something, some different city. Probably that city's temple interests you more than things like that. So like this, your associations can change. So which is why we are doing it at least for 30 days. Okay, and it is very mandatory for the therapist to sit and write whatever the client says. Okay, you need to document it from your what to say, from your point of view as well. Yeah, that is the second step. And then third step is this third step is the last step also, where we connect the dots. Okay, let's say I have 30 into 5, 600 dreams easily. I don't know, I'm very bad with math. Is it 600? Okay, whatever, you will have many dreams by the end of 30 days. Okay, so you need to write all these dreams and all these associations and sit with your client, and you will see the relations. As in, it's more like connecting the dots, just like how our networks are being connected. So from which to which, what are the connections you can see, what are the theme lines you can see. So most of the dreams would have talked about sexuality, most of the dreams would have talked about fear. What is the emotion underlying, which person is underlying in the particular dream, and things like that. You need to sit and connect the dots. It's going to be the toughest puzzle that you're going to do with your client, and mostly it should be done by the client himself. Okay, so it can be some problems or conflicts or some problem solving methods that the person had used. I'm so sorry for my dog baby. Yeah, so yes, this is how we will connect the dots. So this is exactly going to be the key process, and which is why once you start analyzing your own dreams and try and connect with your life events, just like how you wrote right now. Okay, so with the last night's dream and the life script you have written, just try and see the relation, if there's any relation or not. It can be anything. It can be 0.01% of a relation. Let's say the color in the dream, the colors you saw in the dream and the colors that came along your life script, if that is matching, yes, check. That is one point connect that you are making. And what more can you do? Okay, so can we try that? Can we try that, guys? So I want you to look at the relationship. How well is your dream related to the life script you have just written? How well does it uh, go together? This is the first level we are doing. Yes, dreams can have colors. Dream cannot have colors also. I just gave that as an example. Okay, you can see anything that is related to your dream. Anything in your life that relates to your dream. Okay, very good, Deepak. So there'll be something which is making Deepak say that, yeah, it is matching the fear pattern that I have. Matches your daily routine. Right. Think beyond, guys. Think beyond. If it helps, you can close your eyes and also think. Addictions. Emotions, be very specific. What kind of emotion? Right? Guys, when you say daily routine, what does routine mean to you? Okay, is it the monotony? Is it the exhaustion? Or is it like you are happy with the life that you're living? What part of the routine? Okay. Wants. Somebody says wants. Yes, it will definitely relate. Yes. So if it's something that happened recently to you, those are like the superficial levels. You need to get in depth and see it. Yeah. Very nice. Saida has a very typical dream. So whenever you're upset, your grandfather will come in your dream and console. That is exactly what she wants in life. Yeah. Somebody to console. That is the catch here. Worry about future even when you are awake. I think you will have that, dear. Everybody will have that. Go beyond, think beyond. Sometimes it's also a problem. Very good. Okay, it talks about the likelihood towards a profession. Very good. Yes, that is just the first level of dream, Arushi. Now, Namira is able to say, maybe it is related to my loneliness. Very good. Okay, whatever you spoke as last, is that's the very superficial level again. You won't get any dreams, Harini. Very nice. Then you need to sleep mindfully, I would say. Everybody, even dogs dream, you know? You can see that when our dogs make some movements, when my dog literally does, he shakes his hands and legs, like meaning he's running in his dream. So that's the interpretation for dog dreams. Yeah. Initially, I thought they were shivering, but that wasn't. They also dream. So we also dream. Current things happening in your life. Okay, typical. Okay. Okay. So here you see, with the kind of examples we had been looking at in the chat box, a lot of people are talking about wish fulfillment, don't you? Somebody wants to, somebody should console me when I'm upset. So I want this. This is something that I'm going through in life. This is somewhere I want to work on, right? So be it in a superficial level or be it in a very in-depth level that people are able to think about, it's about wish fulfillment. Yeah. Yes, Amrita, before going to sleep, you need to orient your mind that I will have good dreams and I will remember it. More like an affirmation. You say that and try sleeping. The 10th day, you will start remembering your dream. Mm-hmm. Guys, is my voice breaking? I don't have any
No,
internet
ma'am.
issues. Yeah.
No,
Okay. Thank
it's
you.
actually fine here. Maybe you should check your internet side.
Okay. Nikita, very nice. The place in the dream is of another person, and the person in the dream is another person. And the roads, ways, things are completely different. Very nice. Very nice. So by different, what do you mean different? That is where you need to think. Okay. Okay, look at Gurlin's answer. It's a very motivating dream, I should say. The intrinsic motivation of this person is really high. My dreams, like the thing I have to do next day, I usually do that same kind of things in dreams. So then I get confused like whether I have to do it or not. Right. See, it's an intrinsic motivation that your brain is setting up in your dream level also. Okay. Okay, tomorrow you have to get up and do this. Somewhere it also talks about you're becoming a perfectionist, maybe. See, all these relations that I'm talking about, yes, you will become a perfectionist. It's all about the personality aspects also. If I would have known her best, we would take into the personality of our client, the life history, what kind of associations our client makes, and couple it together and give them things. Okay, and this makes us move to the next important thing when it is dream and interpretation. The next important thing would be, so like I said, you will find a lot of connections. You need to make the connections and try and understand what is the theme, what is the message you are getting. Okay. There's something known as dream ladder. Okay. Dream ladder is nothing but you will specifically put down your dreams. Okay. So, like I said, your meanings that we give in dreams are very subjective. You see a cloud in your dream, you will interpret it totally differently, and I would interpret it very differently. Okay. So, we need to understand each and every part of the dream, ask the client, write the meaning of it, whatever they see, and what kind of associations they make. Okay. So, okay, let's say the color red. If people would have had color red, to you, what will it mean? To me, what will it mean? Universally, color red is for love, but it can also be blood. It can also be violence. It can also be some suspiciousness. Schizophrenic patients refer to color red as suspiciousness. It's because of their condition itself. Okay, there's going to be so many different interpretations. So we need to these interpretations and associations will only give us act as the ladder in identifying what exactly are we dreaming about. Okay, so this is something what Jung said. We are trying to find out the symbols in our meaning. Sorry, in our dream. What kind of symbols come to us and how do they mean to us? And what relation we are making to it in our current life. Okay, that is exactly is symbols. So most of the times in your dreams, you will see symbols. Okay, symbols like a go symbol, three arrows. Okay, a shoe, lots and lots of objects and emojis. Nowadays, emojis are becoming very famous because we are all using it so many times. Yeah. So do you see this hand? The first symbol, the hand symbol. So it's showing a way. Okay, it's more like what exactly are you looking at? Probably if people are looking at people are going through some career confusion, they will see some signboards like this. You will have signboards. Okay, you see a snake, very good. It's definitely not weird to see strangers. Okay, so these are the people you would have met or you would have related to. So it's nothing wrong in that. See, it means you want lizard, sun. Yes, very good. Sun typically says you're trying to be the center of your life, or somebody else who's also in the dream is being the center part of your life. So, what kind of association? See, this is my way of associating things. Okay. So when somebody said sun, I'm thinking about sun being in the center and the orbits are around. The rest of the planets are around the sun. So I'm spotlighting the sun in my interpretation, in my association. Okay, what is your association? You need to find out. Okay, snake, for an example, it's told like a sign of a danger or things like that. But when you look at it in a very yogic perspective, snake is like the kundalini. That is something that arises when you practice yoga, and that has to reach your the topmost chakra for you to be completely self-actualized and things like that. Just because I know stuff like this, when you say snake, I'm interpreting it differently than when compared to you. Okay, that is the meaning, that is the association we need to find out. Okay, so what exactly or how exactly you should write? Basically everything. So uncensored as you remember them. Do not worry about proper English. Don't worry about the language or anything. Just write. Even if it's a dialogue, you had a dialogue with a person in the dream, you need to mention that dialogue. Okay, what was the mood you were in when you had this dream? What was your feeling after that? So how was the environment? Did you see a tree or many trees? What tree was it? What color? What was the ambience you had? Themes and events. Okay, a lot of people dream about a lot of people in their dream. Okay, that means they are lonely, they want people. Okay, and a lot of people who dream about loneliness tend to have many people in their dreams. Okay, so which time does it occur to you? Which time this particular dream comes to you? It'll be very nice if you remember that. And relations to the dream and you. So how are you viewing this dream as an observer, as a participant in the dream itself? Okay, how are you viewing this? This is exactly what we are supposed to see when it comes to dream interpretations, and then make associations and connections, and then draw out what is the message this dream is giving to us. So if you are going to do this for every dream, it's going to be very taxing. Okay, so which is exactly why we do something known as dream journal, and we pick and choose the impactful dreams and the vivid dreams of this person, and we do the association and interpretation for those dreams alone. Okay, right? So this is the Western perspective of how we can interpret dream. So there's an Eastern perspective that I think I agree a lot to, because it makes sense. I'm so sorry. So yes, according to Eastern perspective, how they are doing is we take the philosophies of Kali Yuga, and we draw relation with Ayurveda. Okay, so with under Ayurveda, if you see, there are like levels of liquids in our body. Okay, there are different kinds of liquids in our body. You can say, you can call it chemicals from the Western perspective, but from the Eastern perspective, these liquids are supposed to be balanced. Okay, if they are not being balanced, if one is high and one is low, based on which of it is high and which of it is low, you will tend to get dreams. Because this exactly gives us the mind and body connection. So when you have an imbalance in your body, that is going to act in your mind, that is going to act in your emotions as well. Okay, so it's based on your emotional experience on your day-to-day life. Yes, exactly, Sangeeta, thank you so much. Vata, Pitta and Kaba, these are the things that are to be balanced. If any one is less or high, or things like that, your psychological pattern will be changing, and that pattern will cause you to have different dreams. So what Eastern perspective believes is, okay, you have a fearful dreams, okay, you have a nightmare, what is your body cycle like? So is Vada high, Pitta high, Kapha high, wherever these levels are to be, they give treatment accordingly, and they balance it in body, such that your emotional experiences will also change. You will feel at ease living. Okay, and so your dreams will also change. Okay, this is how Eastern perspective is dealing with dream analysis, rather than dissecting each and every dream and trying to get the meaning out of it. This is one way they do it. So the second way what we do in Eastern perspective is into a lot of meditation, which gives you a lot of access to your self awareness. So once you are aware, you will typically remember all the 5 dreams across your 8 cycles of sleep, and the 5th dream is more like the message kind of a dream that you will get. Okay, not even the ones that are not even the lucid dreams are going to give you that message, but this 5th dream, which occurs between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., it's believed that the world is very calm at that point, and the kind of dreams that you get will happen. That's how people said it, kind of rubbish way they said it, but they can act as your subconscious or unconscious messages. Okay, any doubts, guys? Any doubts just with the topic? Please don't ask me to interpret your dreams because that wouldn't be fair from my part as a therapist. So I need to know you well at once before we do dream analysis, which is when I will be able to help you. So dream analysis is also a process where we help our clients interpret it much clearly and much objectively. Okay, that is the role of the therapist when we are doing a dream analysis. We don't tell them, yeah, this means that means this. No. Okay, like I told you, clouds can symbolically represent rain or the way you enjoy rain and things like that, but to me it has a whole lot of different meaning. Okay, probably I'll say, yeah, I'm a person like a cloud, I'll keep moving, I won't stay at one place. Where is rain and where is this I will move? I'm referring to a personality trait here. You would probably be interpreting it from a wishful state. Okay, got it, guys? So that is with regards to dream interpretation. Wherever you go, these will be the basic steps of interpreting your dreams. So we can try it with ourselves to begin with and see what kind of links and what kind of connections we are making in our real life. Yes, Avantika?
If you
We
have
can,
doubts, you can also unmute and ask.
yeah. So Google, okay, Google is doing dream interpretation also. I didn't know that. So see just how physicians will get annoyed, like when the patient says, I feel like I'm having this. That's the same, I would say. See, Google is a search engine that has a lot of
Yeah, hi. May I ask
data
you a
put in.
question now? Hello. Can I ask you a question
Just
now?
a second. Just a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a search engine that has a lot of database about how things are, and it only gives you the permutations and combinations of this could be it, that could be it. But the subjectivity is never seen with or like you can't understand the subjectivity through Google, which is why you need the therapist who will help you view it more objectively and clearly. Okay. Yes, Avantika.
Ma'am, I want to ask, like,
Yeah.
each therapist, they can also interpret these dreams based on
Uh,
their own.
Avantika, you're not audible. Can you be a little louder?
Hello. Is it better now?
Not
Avantika, you
yet.
are not audible. You can also use the chat box if
Hello. Better?
yes.
I
Hello.
think so. Yeah. Yes, Avantika.
Yeah, ma'am, I wanted to ask that for dream analysis, each therapist also might, have his own ways of interpreting the dreams. So,
Absolutely.
for
Absolutely.
example, so that might be in a conflict kind of way also. Like, for example, if I go to therapist A, he, based on his experience and his way of interpreting things, might interpret my dream in some manner, and maybe therapist B would interpret it differently because his way of seeing things are different. So, in that case, what does it actually, as in, how do
Right.
I rely on what? Yeah, if you can get the drift of my
Yes.
question. Yeah.
Yes, I get it, Avantika. I get it. So basically, the therapist A is not going to interpret your dreams. Okay, if I'm going to be your therapist, I'm not going to interpret it. But I will ask you questions as in how you make relationships or associations from your dream and your real life. Okay, everything will be told by you. I will be only writing it down for the clear picture of what the dreams tell us. And we both of us together will sit and understand the theme that is coming out in our dream. Okay, what does this particular dream tell you? Okay, what does this particular dream over a particular period of time is trying to tell us? That's something we will work as a team. Okay, I myself will not interpret your dream. Okay, I would know you, I would take the case history, I would get to know you completely, how your mental state is, and everything I will get to know. That will all be recorded and documented. And then we will do something known as the dream analysis, dream journal, and then we will sit and interpret it together. We will try and catch the symbols across the 30 days of dreams. What kind of symbols appeared? Symbols can be an emotion, a person, let's say an environment you constantly saw in your dream. So that much quality dreams you should give us. When you're keeping your dream journal, A to Z of your dream should be mentioned. Only then we will be able to understand these associations, make this association, and draw out meaning from the dreams that you have. Okay, the therapist is definitely not interpreting, the therapist is only helping the client to interpret it. Okay, while you are interpreting, while you are going up with your associations, let's say we are going to talk about the last 10 days of your dream. So you will jump from topic A to topic Z to topic C, and then come back to topic A. That's how your mind is going to go. Like, okay, here the therapist is going to record everything and put it back to you in a very clear manner, so that you will say, oh, this is what it means then. Okay, that is how dream analysis works. That's how ethically you need to do. You don't interpret the dreams. Okay, I hope I made it very clear.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so
So
much.
you're welcome.
Ma'am, like we are nearing the time, so can
Yeah.
we just have 2 to 3 more questions?
Yes, sure, Deepak. So
Yes,
what
ma'am.
in case of children below 10 years having scary dreams? So yes, scary dreams, see, usually what we do to 10-year-old children. So when we want, see, we will manage their behavior by reinforcing fear. Okay, that is the basic thing that is happening in the real life context, if you see. So once you don't punish or police children below 10 years, they will not have scary dreams. Okay, do you see how the dreams are related to what's happening in real life? If you're going to have strict parents, and the parent is always talking about this will happen, that will happen, no, you will fall, listen to me, strict, being very strict, and afraid to do certain things, then they will eventually have scary dreams. It's very habitual, because it's only 10 years. At the age of 7 only, your conscious mind will start to work. Okay. See, Ruchi has asked a nice question: how to connect Kal Jung and Ayurveda. See, it's basically you're connecting the mind concepts and your body concepts. Okay, so your mind and body should coexist. I mean, they should operate together. If one is going in one side, like let's say you're so ambitious, you think about such great plans in your head, but you're being this very the person who is being very laid back. So things don't work that way, right? So, which is why you connect the concepts of how your mind works and how your body works. You will get one solution. If you do that, yes, things will be fine. Both ways. That's an interesting question. Any other questions, guys?
I think
Okay.
yeah, that's it,
Yeah.
ma'am. Like
Yeah.
we can like end the session. Just a minute,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yes, sure. Thank you so much, everyone. You can give me your feedbacks.
Deepak, you can give the conclusion, da.
Yeah.
And conclude the session.
Yes.
Ma'am will be presenting you an e-certificate.
Okay. Thank you.
I think my screen is visible, ma'am. So thank you so much for doing this 2 hour session for us. Actually, like we learned a lot from you, ma'am. Like we learned, actually what I thought was it is like some fortune telling kind of thing. Actually, my thing was like we will just go to a psychologist. We will tell what our dream was, and they will tell like you have this problem. It will be like 1 or 2 sessions, but you gave us a lot of inputs about this, and I think like we all learned a lot of things about this, ma'am. So thank you so much. Thank you for being with us, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a pleasure to connect with you all. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Just 1 minute. uh,
Thank you so much, guys. You've been very patient and very understanding. Thank you.
So yeah, thank you, ma'am. Like I am having a net lag here.
Okay.
Arini, like if you are here, like you can share the feedback form. Like
Srini has shared the feedback
please
in the chat
fill
box.
in the
So you
forms.
guys can fill in the feedback form, and we'll be closing the responses within
Yes,
20
Deepak,
minutes.
I already shared it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Guys, can I leave the meeting or?
Yes, ma'am, you can leave the meeting.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. So I have a query. In the beginning, there was an announcement that we can share our CV.
Yes, for the state
For
leader, right?
yeah,
Like which group are you in the 3G?
I don't know. I don't remember. I'm from Delhi, by the way.
Okay,
I
so I will get. I mean, I will just drop my number. You can text in WhatsApp. I'll get you the details and all. We'll create a form for today itself. Okay,
okay.
so you can
Thank
fill in
you.
and add a CV.
Thank you. So I'll get your number in the chat.
Yes, I'll be. I'm typing it right now.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, guys, you can leave the meeting. The meeting is over. Thank you for your presence. Others in the group, if you guys have any doubt, do let me know.